It's that time of year again. Flagship has officially arrived. What's up, everyone? Royal Turtle here. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, it's that time of year again, the start of a new NHL season, and that can only mean one thing, the launch of Upper Deck's flagship hockey program. We're talking 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey cards, officially the home of the young guns. We have 3 beautiful hobby boxes in front of us today. This product just launched on October 15th, 2025, and I'm so excited to break into this one. Of course, we have seen some rookie cards already from this product here from Upper Deck and other products, but this is the one that really launches the collection for me. Young Guns are kind of the cornerstone of my collecting every year, and this product really launches the season for me, so I'm so excited to dig into this one. In terms of what we're looking for this product, we have a 250 card base set for Series 1, and we're introducing the first 50 Young Guns of the flagship product year. Of course, Series 1 has 50, Series 2 has 50, and then Extended, I think, has 20, 25, not quite sure, but they have some bonus ones in there. Other than that, we have a lot of parallel levels of our base set that are coming in, a lot of familiar inserts. We have our Outbursts, we have our Outburst Red, numbered on 5, we have our Outburst Gold, numbered 1/1, and then, of course, a bunch of other chases in there, some UD exclusives on 100, some High Gloss on 10. A lot to look for in the base set there. There's also a Hobby exclusive clear cut that we can look for. And, of course, with any flagship product, we have a slew of inserts, a few of which are returning from previous years. So UD Canvas, UD Portraits, Dazzlers, and Population Count, and then some brand new inserts and some that we haven't seen in a long time that are coming back. Those are Bootleg, Compositions, Cup Quest, Encore, and many more. And of course, those inserts and many of the programs are shared throughout the flagship products, so that means you'll be able to build your collection through the hobby year. So excited for this one. In terms of what we can expect in our hobby box break, we have 12 cards per pack with 12 packs per box. And we can expect 1 Young Gun rookie in every 2 packs for a total of 6 Young Guns. I'm going to flash up a Young Guns checklist on the screen here. What we're really looking for this year. Of course, Ivan Demidov is the main big fish that we're hunting in this one, but there's also a strong class behind him. We have folks like Artyom Levshunov, Jimmy Snuggerud, Dalibor Dvorsky, Zayne Parekh, Ryan Leonard, Joakim Kemmel, and a whole bunch of other names in here that are worth chasing. So pretty solid crop for our first flagship product of the year. So back to our box break, we're also looking at 20 total inserts across the insert tiers. I'll show those on screen so you can take a look at what we can expect. 1 base set Outburst Parallel, 1 Blue Dazzler, 1 additional base set Clear Cut Parallel, UD Canvas Black and White, or Blue Encore Parallel, and finally 1 numbered card, short print, or printing plate. So super excited to jump into this one. Without further ado, let's stop talking and let's rip. Alright, so 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey cards launch break. We have 3 hobby boxes. We're going to start with this one right here. So let's put these other 2 aside and let's take a look here. So again, we have 12 cards per pack with 12 packs per box. Connor McDavid is our cover athlete, and let's see what we got in here. It has officially been unsealed. That means it is happening right now. All right. So there we go. There are 12 packs. Again, this is a hobby box, so they're all hobby packs, obviously. That'd be weird if they weren't. Get those out. And there we go. So this is box 1, pack 1, 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey cards. Starting off with Barclay Goodrow of the San Jose Sharks. That's our base for this year. Bit of an interesting design. Reminds me of a few years past. Not my favorite, I'd say, but it's a little bit hard to read the names. But you know what? Not bad. I like when they change it up a little bit, so that's all right. Alright, so we have our first insert here, and it's a UD Canvas, Clayton Keller of the Utah Mammoth. And actually, you can see they actually have Utah Mammoth, so that's good. We have our first Young Guns, and it is Dylan Duke of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Very nice. And we have a Cup Quest of Adrian Kempe of the Los Angeles Kings. So we should expect 3 inserts per pack. Pack 2. Minor technical difficulties there. Starting off with Quinton Byfield of the LA Kings. We have an encore card of Cale Makar. Well, that reminds me of an old school insert. That may have actually been an encore insert. It's very textured. It's pretty cool. We have a speckled Lucas Raymond goal-oriented. We have a Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl compadres. So this is one of the new inserts, as well as the goal-oriented, but it's pretty cool. Pack 3. Starting off with Sergei Bobrovsky of the Florida Panthers. We have a sizzle reel. So this is another one of the new inserts of Kirill Marchenko of the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's kind of a cool one. I like that. We have a young gun of Luca Cagnoni of the San Jose Sharks. Very nice. That's 2-on-4. We have a Wyatt Johnson UD Portraits of the Dallas Stars. Whoa, that's not my favorite card design. It kind of looks like they're a psychopath or something. That's interesting choice. And there's the rest as base. I feel like I'm gonna miss the numbered cards just because it's very hard to read names. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Pack 4. Starting off with Jamie Oleksiak of the Seattle Kraken. We have a speckled bustle of Zach Werenski. I wonder if there's going to be a matching hustle set. That'd be funny. Bustle Zach Werenski of the Columbus Blue Jackets. We have a UD canvas of Jake Sanderson of the Ottawa Senators. And another one of those UD portraits. Don't really like them this year, of Adam Fox of New York Rangers. Pack 5. Starting off with Rupe Hintz of the Dallas Stars. We have a second encore of Travis Sanheim of the Philadelphia Flyers. We have a tracking system. So this is one of the new inserts. It looks a lot like the city satellites from previous years, of Aiden Hill of the Vegas Golden Knights. And behind him, we have a Young Guns Owen Sillinger of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Not bad. Pack 6, officially at the halfway point after this pack. First box. Let's see what we got. Starting off with Nathan McKinnon of the Colorado Avalanche. Ooh, and we have an Outburst Young Gun of Luca Cagnoni. So we already had his base Young Gun in this, but not bad. An Outburst Young Gun. Luca Cagnoni. This is a silver Outburst. So these are not numbered, but that's still a nice hit, and we'll take it. And again, we have a non-speckled bustle of Zach Werenski. So it's the same as before, just not speckled. Neat. We have a Compositions Connor Bedard. Cool looking card there. Compositions Connor Bedard of the Chicago Blackhawks. All right, so we're at the halfway point. This is pack number 7, Hobby Box 1 of our triple box break Upper Deck Series 1 25-26. Still need 3 Young Guns. Starting off with Jake McCabe of the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have a UD canvas of Ross Colton of the Colorado Avalanche. We have a Young Guns of Jacob Melanson of the Seattle Kraken. We have a Cup Quest of Connor Hellebuck of the Winnipeg Jets. We have base of Brady Shea. And we have ripped base. Pack number 7. Pack number 8. Starting off with J.J. Moser of the Tampa Bay Lightning. We have an encore Connor Bedard of the Chicago Blackhawks. Actually, is this an encore blue? I believe it is. Yes, it is. So here's our encore of Cale Makar. You can see it's silver. This is an encore blue of Connor Bedard of the Chicago Blackhawks. And this is not numbered. We have an Encore, Moritz Seider, right behind it. Again, this is a silver one. Could have just compared with that. And another bustle of Sam Reinhart of the Florida Panthers. All right, pack 9. Still missing 2 Young Guns. We did hit that Young Guns out first, but I don't think that counts against the total of Young Guns. So let's see if we have 2 more in here. Starting off with Mike Matheson of the Montreal Canadiens. It's an interesting choice of picture for him. We have another Compadres, Matthew Tkachuk and Alexander Barkov of the Florida Panthers. We have a Young Guns checklist, so we do see at least a little bit of Demidov in here, along with Levshunov. So this is a checklist card that features both of those Young Guns, and you can see here there's the full checklist. So I think that counts as one of our 6 Young Guns, so there should still be 1 more Young Gun in here, but I do believe that counts. UD Portraits of Brant Clark. Down to our final stack here. This is pack 10, Hobby Box 1, 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1. Starting off with Jean-Gabriel Pageau of the New York Islanders. We have our Blue Dazzler. It's Zach Werenski, a very Zach Werenski heavy box. Not bad, I don't mind Zach Werenski, so that's pretty cool. UD Canvas of Troy Terry of the Anaheim Ducks. And another goal-oriented of Kirill Marchenko of the Columbus Blue Jackets. All right, last 2 packs. This is pack number 11. Starting off with Seth Jarvis of the Carolina Hurricanes. We have an Encore of Philip Forsberg of the Nashville Predators. We have a sizzle reel of Sebastian Aho of the Carolina Hurricanes. And our final Young Gun for this box is Michael Callahan of the Boston Bruins. All right, so that should complete all the Young Guns we're looking for from this box. Time for our last pack of our first hobby box of 25-26 Series 1. Let's see what we got in here. Starting off with Matthias Ekholm of the Edmonton Oilers. Ooh, we have a UD Deluxe Nick Schmaltz of the Utah Mammoth. So I was glad I caught the numbered card. This is numbered 97 on 250. UD Deluxe Nick Schmaltz of the Utah Mammoth. Not bad. We have a Tracking Systems Mackenzie Blackwood. And we have a Robert Thomas Compositions of the St. Louis Blues. I do like these compositions cards. They're quite nice. And that'll do it for our first hobby box of 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1. Let's clean this up and let's get into our second one. Be back in a second. All right, so we're back with our second hobby box of 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey. Realized I didn't show the back of the box earlier, so I figure I'll take this time to do that now if you want to take a look. There you go. If not, skip ahead. All right, so let's crack this puppy. 12 cards per pack, 12 packs per box. And it is open. So far, after the first box, we had a pretty decent first box. Hit some decent rookies. It was nice to get that checklist, so at least we got a little bit of a taste of the high-end rookies. But I'd still like to hit their base Young Guns, so let's see if we can find one of them in here. We got 12 more packs, and then 12 more packs after this in our third box. But this is our second box, so let's see what we got. Pack 1, hobby box number 2, 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey. Starting with Nils Hoglander of the Vancouver Canucks. We have a UD Canvas of Jordan Binnington of the St. Louis Blues. And we have a Young Guns of Tim Wash of the Anaheim Ducks. Very nice. Nazem Kadri UD Portraits. Again, really not my favorite look for the portraits. It's kind of like a like a serial killer vibe, which I don't really care for, but anyway. Not my cup of tea, but you know what? It's nice to see them doing something different. Pack 2. Starting with Jamie Oleksiak of the Seattle Kraken. We have an Encore of William Karlsson of the Vegas Golden Knights. Behind that, we have a Erik Karlsson compositions of the Pittsburgh Penguins. And a tracking systems of Connor Hellebuck of the Winnipeg Jets. Pack 3. Starting off with Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators. We have a Bustle of Jonathan Marchessault of the Nashville Predators. We have a Young Guns of Riley Duran of the Boston Bruins. And we have a compositions of Tyler Toffoli of the San Jose Sharks. All right, so 3 packs in. We already have 2 Young Guns, still no Demidov or any of the other big fish. This is pack 4, Hobby Box 2, 25-26, Upper Deck, Series 1 Hockey. Starting off with Rasmus Sandin. We have a Speckled Compadres, Tyler Toffoli and Macklin Celebrini of the San Jose Sharks. There's one there. Behind that, we have a UD canvas of Valery Nichushkin of the Colorado Avalanche. And finally, a compositions of Jake Gensel of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Pack 5. Starting off with Ilya Lyubushkin of the Dallas Stars. We have an Encore of John Carlson of the Washington Capitals. We have a sizzle reel of Artturi Lehkonen of the Colorado Avalanche. That's a cool picture there. Falling down. I don't know if he scored on that play, but that's pretty cool. And behind that, we have a Young Guns of Justin Robida of the Carolina Hurricanes with the black helmet on the away jersey. Interesting. That's our 3rd Young Gun, so there should be 3 more in this box. Pack 6. We're reaching the halfway point of our 2nd box, 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1. Starting off with Rasmus Dahlin of the Buffalo Sabres, excuse me. We have our Outburst Parallel. It's a silver Outburst again. Tyler Toffoli of the San Jose Sharks. Very San Jose Sharks Tyler Toffoli box, which is interesting. We have a sizzle reel of Matthew Tkachuk of the Florida Panthers. And a goal-oriented of Steven Stamkos of the Nashville Predators. All right, second half of our 2nd box, 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 Hockey, Pack 7. Philip Forsberg of the Nashville Predators, our first card. We have a UD canvas of Nick Foligno of the Chicago Blackhawks. We have a Young Guns Gabe Perreault of the New York Rangers. That's a pretty good one. Gabe Perreault, Young Guns, New York Rangers. Goal-oriented Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pack 8. Starting off with Jean-Gabriel Pageau of the New York Islanders. Ooh, we have a clear-cut Young Guns of Jacob Skarek of the New York Islanders. It's a nice hit. Getting some nice Young Gun variants here. It's pretty cool. Behind that, we have an Encore of Mark Scheifele of the Winnipeg Jets. A sizzle reel of Owen Tippett. Just going to take a second to throw that Young Guns acetate clear cut into a card sleeve, just because these acetate cards get scratches very easily, so I want to make sure it's well protected. There you go. All right, on to pack number 9. Starting off with Seth Jarvis of the Carolina Hurricanes. We have a highlight reel of, a sizzle reel of Sidney Crosby of the Pittsburgh Penguins, scoring a nice goal on the Anaheim Ducks there. Not bad. We have a Yanni Newman Young Guns of the Seattle Kraken. I like Yanni Newman. He's a really up-and-coming player. Wanted the Habs to draft him back in the day. Looks really good for Seattle, and I think he's going to have a nice career. So, nice one there for me. And we have an Anze Kopitar Compositions, the LA Kings. All right, so we have 5 Young Guns plus a Young Guns clear cut, so there should be one more. This is pack number 10, our final stack. Starting off with Nathan MacKinnon of the Colorado Avalanche. We have our Blue Dazzler. This is Peter Kochetkov of the Carolina Hurricanes. Blue Dazzler, not bad. We have a UD Canvas of Connor McMichael. And a Cup Quest of Connor Bedard. Seems like Bedard has an insert in pretty much like every subset in here, which I guess makes sense because he's an up-and-coming star, but it's interesting to see. 2 packs left, still waiting on one Young Gun. Pack number 11. Pack 11 on our first box had a Young Gun in it, so let's see if we have one in here. Starting off with Barclay Goodrow of the San Jose Sharks. We have an Encore, Boone Jenner of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Oh, doesn't look like we have a Young Gun in this one. We have a Tracking Systems, Igor Shesterkin of the New York Rangers. Oh, we do have a Young Gun, okay. It's another Seattle Kraken, so we have Nicholas Coco of the Seattle Kraken Young Guns. Not bad. So that was our 6th and final Young Gun. So maybe we'll open pack 11 last next time, we'll see. And this is our 12th and final pack of our second hobby box of 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey cards. Starting off with Quinton Byfield of the Los Angeles Kings. We have, ooh, this is a nice one. So this is a UD Exclusives Young Gun of Olivier Rodrigue. So this is our 3rd straight box of Young Guns Parallels. This is number 12 on 100. Very nice UD Exclusives Young Guns, Olivier Rodrigue of the Edmonton Oilers. Compadres, Washington Capitals, Alex Ovechkin, Tom Wilson. And a UD Portraits of William Eklund of the San Jose Sharks. So again, just going to take a quick second and get our Young Guns Olivier Rodrigue into a card sleeve. There we go. Very nice. Going to put them beside our Young Guns acetate. Alright, so that'll do it for our second hobby box of 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey cards. Let's get into our 3rd and final box for this break. Let's see what we got. We're still chasing a few of our big name Young Guns. We did hit some nice ones there that I was looking for, so I'm pretty happy with that. But all in all, still have a few that we need to chase, so let's get to it. Box number 3. Back in a second. Alright, so we're back with our 3rd and final box of 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey cards for this break. Again, we're looking at 12 cards per pack with 12 packs per box. Still haven't hit a Demidov other than the Young Guns checklist, which was a nice hit, but I'm really hoping for the standalone Young Gun. Let's hope it's in here. If not, we're going to have to break a lot more of this. But anyway, that's the plan anyway, so it's all good. But let's see if we can find it in here. Alright, so there are 12 packs, 4 stacks. This is box 3 of 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey cards. Pack number 1. Starting off with Tyler Toffoli of the San Jose Sharks. We have a UD Canvas of Kirill Kaprizov of the Minnesota Wild. We have a Young Guns of Cam Lind of the San Jose Sharks. Or excuse me, Cam Lund of the San Jose Sharks. We have a Marco Rossi Compositions, the Minnesota Wild. All right, pack 2. Starting off with Adam Pelech of the New York Islanders. We have an Encore, Dustin Wolf of the Calgary Flames. We have a Compositions of Matty Beniers of the Seattle Kraken. This is actually a speckled version, I believe. Nice. We have a Sizzle Reel Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pack 3. Starting off with Cam Fowler of the St. Louis Blues. We have a sizzle reel, Sergei Bobrovsky of the Florida Panthers, making a nice save there on Matt Dumba. We have a Young Guns, Carter Mazur of the Detroit Red Wings. We have a goal-oriented Brady Tkachuk of the Ottawa Senators. Pack number 4. We have a second-year Matvei Michkov as our first card in this pack. Philadelphia Flyers. We have a sizzle reel of Nathan MacKinnon of the Colorado Avalanche. We have a UD canvas, Kyle Connor. And we have a Cup Quest, Kyle Connor of the Winnipeg Jets. Back-to-back Kyle Connors. Not bad, I'll take it. Pack number 5. 2 Young Guns so far, so as we approach the halfway point, still need 4 Young Guns. Starting off with Zach Werenski of the Columbus Blue Jackets. We have an Encore, Erik Karlsson of the Pittsburgh Penguins. We have a Tracking Systems, Pyotr Kochetkov of the Carolina Hurricanes. And we have a Michael Callahan, Young Guns of the Boston Bruins. I think we already hit Michael Callahan in one of our other boxes, so that's a little disappointing, but we'll take it. All right, pack 6, hitting the halfway box of box number 3, 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey cards. 3 Young Guns so far. One of them is one that we opened in a previous box, so still hoping for some magic in this one. Starting off with Darnell Nurse of the Edmonton Oilers. We have our Outburst, and it's Dmitry Kulikov of the Florida Panthers, again a silver Outburst. We have a Compadres, Connor Hellebuck and Josh Morrissey of the Winnipeg Jets. And a UD Portraits of Moritz Seider of the Detroit Red Wings. Halfway through our third box here, this is pack number 7. Starting off with Sam Lafferty of the Buffalo Sabres. We have Leon Draisaitl, UD Canvas of the Edmonton Oilers. We have, this is a big name here, we have Zayne Parekh of the Calgary Flames Young Guns. Very nice. It's probably the best name that we've gotten so far for our Young Guns. Next up, we have a Cup Quest, Chris Kreider. New York Rangers. Or actually, excuse me, Chris Kreider is now an Anaheim Duck. It's going to take some getting used to. Pack number 7. Or excuse me, number 8. Starting off with Brendan Dillon of the New Jersey Devils. We have a UD Canvas black and white parallel of Brandon Hagel of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Cool picture there too as he's falling down reaching for that puck. Black and white parallel UD Canvas, Brandon Hagel. Behind that we have an Encore, Cole Perfetti of the Winnipeg Jets. And a Tracking Systems, Yaroslav Askarov of the San Jose Sharks. All right, this is pack number 9. Final pack of our third stack. Starting off with Shane Gostisbehere of the Carolina Hurricanes. We have a Compadres of Alex DeBrincat and Dylan Larkin of the Detroit Red Wings. Excuse me. We have a Quinn Hutson Young Gun of the Edmonton Oilers. Quinn Hutson, of course, the brother of Lane Hutson. Cool to see. And a Noah Ostlund UD Portraits of the Buffalo Sabres. So that marks our 5th Young Gun. Yeah, our 5th Young Gun. So we should be expecting one more of these 3 packs. In the last 2 boxes, it's been in pack 11 here. So I'm going to save that one to last just to create a little drama here. So this is pack number 10. Starting off with a checklist of Matthew Tkachuk of the Florida Panthers and Nathan MacKinnon of the Colorado Avalanche. Very nice here. So that is the checklist for cards 101 to 200. We have our Blue Dazzler of Sam Reinhart of the Florida Panthers. We have a UD canvas of Joel Eriksson Ek of the Minnesota Wild, and a UD portraits of Connor Bedard. This is it, pack number 11, technically 12, but we swapped it into the 11 spot. So let's see what we got, second to last pack. Starting off with Tyler Bertuzzi of the Chicago Blackhawks. We have an encore. This looks like a gold parallel or similar, but it's numbered number 8/50 of Pavel Zacha of the Boston Bruins. Numbered 8/50 encore gold. It's a nice little hit there. We'll take it. We have a Bustle, Lane Hutson, Montreal Canadiens, second-year player. Pulled his brother's young gun earlier, which is kind of cool. And we have a Compositions Connor McDavid. Nice. All right, so here's our 12th and final pack. There should be a young gun in here, so let's see who it is. See if we can get some last pack magic and pull an Ivan Demidov young gun. Starting off with Nick Suzuki of the Montreal Canadiens. Starting off with a Hab, that's a good sign. We have an encore of Zach Hyman of the Edmonton Oilers. We have a tracking systems of Logan Thompson of the Washington Capitals. And our young gun is another checklist. Wow, two duplicates in a row. I mean, I guess we did get some Demidov, so that's good. But it's another checklist, Young Guns checklist, Artyom Levshunov and Ivan Demidov, number 201 to 250. Well, all right, that'll do it for our triple hobby box break of 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1 hockey. We got some nice hits, maybe not quite what we wanted, but don't worry, there's going to be more of this product on the way. If that's something you'd like to see, please leave a comment. So let's take a second. We're going to put together our top 3 hits of this break, and we'll be right back. See you in a second. Bye. All right, so we're back and we're ready to name our top 3 hits of this break. Going to start off with a couple honorable mentions. So first off, we're going to do an honorable mention to our Young Guns Series 1 checklist featuring Ivan Demidov and Artyom Levshunov, Montreal Canadiens and Chicago Blackhawks. We actually put 2 of these during the break, and it's nice to see the names and the high-end rookies there. Obviously, I would have preferred their base Young Guns, but you know what? It's nice to see them. We'll take it, so there's an honorable mention there. We're also going to do an honorable mention to our Encore Pavel Zacha, numbered 8/50, so this is a gold parallel. And yeah, it's nice to see a card numbered that low and a decent player as well. So that gets an honorable mention as well. For our number 3 hit of this break, we're going to go with probably the biggest Young Gun that we hit, which is our Zayne Parekh. Obviously, base Young Gun, biggest base Young Gun that we hit. So Zayne Parekh of the Calgary Flames, that's a pretty good name. So that's going to go in our number 3 spot. For our number 2 spot, we hit an Olivier Rodrigue UD exclusive Young Guns. This is number 12/100. Nice to hit a limited Young Gun there, so that's going to go to our number 2 spot. And our number 1 spot is going to go to our clear-cut Young Guns that we hit. This is Jakub Skarek of the New York Islanders. Not super familiar with the player, but at the same time, these cards are a pretty tough hit, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think of this in the chat. So yeah, let me know. But for me, that's our number 1 hit. And yeah, that'll conclude our break. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the rip. And thank you so much for ripping with me. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.